When I was in high school, I was about 99.9% sure that I was going to be an architectural engineer, build tall skyscrapers, and it wasn't until when I was 15 I was in an accident and actually fractured my lower back and found the benefits from physical therapy and fell in love with it.
Well, early on in school he kept working hard. He studied all hours of the day and night. Being class president, I think he learned some skills on how to organize people and events.
I knew that I wanted to get into physical therapy, improve people's lives and get them better functionally, and it kind of went from there. I had a lot of goals going in, and Carroll helped me every step of the way to achieve them.
He's incredibly ambitious and focused, and I think that those characteristics were reflected in his desire to pursue excellence.
He was always so hardworking, and I think he's just very determined. He always wanted to open his own practice.
Since I graduated, I started off in private practice, and about 3 years ago this May, opened my own practice, Wisconsin Orthopedic Physical Therapy in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin.
Driven. I think driven's a good word to describe Mike. I remember hearing him talking with a classmate once about private practice, because he went into a private practice pretty quick out of school, within a couple of years, I think. And his response was, well, I've been planning this ever since I was 16. So yeah, I think he's been very focused, very diligent.
It's great. It's seeing patients that can barely walk in the door and weeks later being able to do what they love. I can't think of another profession that you get that type of satisfaction.
I think he's a strong ambassador for physical therapy, as well as for Carroll, because the patients I've worked with that he's worked with, we've shared patients, they're all very, very impressed with his character and demeanor. His ability to motivate patients to keep going, I think, is really, really strong. He's very enthusiastic about helping his patients.
I'd have to say my most memorable experience at Carroll was going down to Guatemala for my last clinical while in PT school. The care we were able to give and the appreciation we got from our patients was very different from here. It was a very eye-opening experience.
When he came home, it was just so eye-opening for him. He learned so much about other cultures and just appreciation for people who don't have very much, and I think that really laid a lot of the groundwork for how he is as a clinician now.
Well, I mean, people would travel miles to receive care from us, and at the end they would give the little cash that they did have, to the Hearts in Motion clinic. Even though it was a free clinic, they appreciated the care that we gave, something I'll never forget. And that's why I want to go back this summer and take students down, because I think it's important for these students to learn from these types of experiences. He's
kept a relationship with Carroll by being available for students, and as well as teaching in different courses in the program.
One of the number one reasons I actually took this position was during the shadowing period, Dr. Roberts was great about quizzing me on things. Based on, the area that I'm treating, what do you think the problem is? And I think from that experience alone, I have grown so much as a pre-physical therapy professional. I love being able to hear him talk about how he still teaches classes at Carroll and how he's still involved in the community. So
I think getting out in the community is really important, not just for my practice, but for the physical therapy profession in general. I was asked maybe about a year ago, a little over a year ago, by the City of Milwaukee Fire Department that they were starting this pilot program, and our goal is to be able to take the firefighter from the day they're injured to seeing the orthopedic surgeon, having MRI if needed, and then seeing me as a physical therapist, all within 24 to 48 hours. And we've been able to see a dramatic decrease in not just cost for the city, but also a speedy recovery for each firefighter.
I really have seen him help me individually to grow, and really his own business to grow, and all of that stems back to his own education and what he learned. And even hearing him talk about Mark Erickson and how he was a professor at Carroll who taught him so much.
It's deeply rewarding. It's a kind of validating, I guess. I think what's most important out of all of that is that students dedicate themselves to taking care of others. It's not about being good teachers and smart people and students. I think it's more about service.
It's humbling. I saw some of the names of Gold Award winners in the past, and I knew who they all were during my time here. So to be in that company was very exciting, and I'm very honored too.
Congratulations, Mike. I love you so much.